Hey guys, it's Soundcraft Studios here, aka NCSL7 here, coming at you guys with another Wii Month game review. Today, we're doing Animal Crossing City Folk, bada bing bada boom. So, I guess we may as well get into this game's presentation, which is probably one of the more difficult things to talk about, because, simply put, this is basically Animal Crossing Wild World on the Wii, but now you have a city instead of just, I don't know. Honestly, it's pretty much your basic Animal Crossing. But how do the graphics look? And honestly, the graphics do look pretty nice. They actually probably look the best in the game series, I would even say. I think New Leaf looks really good, but I feel like City Folk actually looks a little better in some cases. Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying that. But that's just kind of how I feel. Story-wise, do I really have to cover a story? You basically move into a new town. Tom Nook has you work, and then you finally pay off your house, and then you live life. End of story. But that's not really important at all. Gameplay is what's important, and I gotta be honest, the gameplay is pretty... it's Animal Crossing. What do I honestly have to say bad about it? You pick up items, you sell items, you use bug nets to catch bugs for some godforsaken reason, you catch fish, you dig up fossils so you can figure out what kind of fossil they're from, whatever, that sort of stuff. And exclusive to this game, you can actually travel to the city. Essentially in the city, it's basically just more shops, essentially. You can get your hair done, you can get your fortune read, you can go to the movies so you can learn various poses that you can do in the game, and that's most of it. Honestly, it's not really different at all from Wild World and or the original Animal Crossing. But it's still not bad by any means. We'll get to that a little bit later. But the gameplay doesn't matter much if the controls suck, but thankfully they work pretty well. The only real thing I have about the game is that you have to really use the nunchuck. From what I know, you can use the Wii Remote by itself, but you have to point and drag to where you want to go. It's similar to the Zelda games on the DS, like Phantom Hourglass, where you're kind of leading Link rather than controlling Link. It's kind of like that. You can use a nunchuck, which does make it better. It's okay. It's definitely, it's nowhere near good compared to the other game's controls. It's fine enough. You can get used to it. And next, soundtrack. What do I have to say? It's Animal Crossing. Of course it's fantastic. It's so relaxing. That's the thing. It's so relaxing. So there's that. And then the content the game has, it's not too bad. The game was released in 2008 for the Wii, so... I guess it had enough stuff. You could actually use Wi-Fi to actually connect online at the time with other friends online and actually go into other people's towns, which is kind of cool. There's a lot of stuff you can collect and stuff like that, and there's just a lot of good replayability, like any Animal Crossing game. And that's where we come into the final thoughts. So overall, based on this review, I would say right now that Animal Crossing City Folk is a pretty good game, right? Well, here's the problem with this game, and I very subtly mentioned it. The fact that it's basically the basic version of Animal Crossing. Essentially, there's really nothing new to this game. I mentioned it in the intro. It's basically Wild World, but on the Wii, with the city you can go to, which is just more shops. Cool. Heck, you can even transfer your Wild World town into City Folk, so there's that. Honestly, it doesn't mean the game is bad, but it makes it a lot more underwhelming compared to the other games. New Leaf was improved on everything, whereas this game was a lot bigger of a disappointment because people wanted more, because this game was going to be on better technology than the DS. It was going on the Wii, much more strong hardware, and they basically just put Wild World on the Wii. That's the problem, and I'm not alone when it comes to this. So, due to that, and due to the lack of a true identity, I'm kind of gonna have to give this game a lower score than usual. On my scale of 0 to 10, I give this game a 6.5 out of 10. Don't get me wrong, this game is fun, but it's kind of disappointing when you think about it. And the biggest thing is that there's better versions you can play. You can play the original GameCube Animal Crossing. You can play Wild World. You can play New Leaf. Or, once it comes out, New Horizons. I bet you anything New Horizons will definitely be much more packed with stuff. It already has its own identity. And also, just a little clarification on New Horizons. I know I mentioned before that I didn't necessarily was into the graphics as much, but I think now that thought has kind of gone away. I don't honestly feel like the graphics look as plasticky anymore. I mentioned before that I felt like the game didn't look very textured at all. Honestly, it's gone now as of the recent Nintendo Direct. It honestly looks fine now, and I'm pretty excited to play the game. So, play that one once it comes out. Unless you're crazy about Animal Crossing on your TV, but in that case, just play the GameCube one. So, thank you guys for watching, and take care.
It's showtime! Did you enjoy the show? Well, time for the highlight.